Actually, let me clean that up. All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna give it about 5 seconds for people to roll in. For anybody that's rolling onto this video right now, who's coming in here on the non-live video. I know I'm shooting this in the middle of the fucking night. It's just I've been working all day. I've had a lot of content to work on. I've been going from place to place, and now I got a boot camp coming up here pretty soon. So I'm gonna leave here in about half an hour. So I had a half hour to spare, and I've been planning on trying to shoot a video every day and trying to post a video every day. That's been my goal. So here we go. This is how an average man can pull stunners. Now, I'm actually surprised that we actually are having already people coming in. All right, you guys are coming in the middle of the night. You guys are unreal. At 10:30 p.m. PST, you guys are unreal for even just showing up to the call. If you guys do have any questions too, don't be afraid to ask it in the comment section below. Again, more people rolling in. I'm surprised you guys are rolling up in the middle of the night. Anybody has any questions though, don't be afraid to ask. I'm gonna first go through this, through the concept I want to put out there. I know a lot of people that are feeling a little bit out of it and feeling like they're not worthy of these beautiful women. Yes, you are, and I'll explain why. But if you guys do have any like questions aside from that, don't be afraid to ask questions. Okay, go for it. I'll answer them at the very end of this speech. I have been planning it out for the past hour and a half. Okay, so first and foremost, men in the common era, they put too much emphasis on looks. Yes, you can definitely work on your looks, and yes, you should. Why? Because it's going to help you believe in yourself. It's going to help other people believe in you without you having to like force it with willpower and with confidence in yourself, without having that delirium that I love. Honestly, I like being deliriously confident. It's so cool, like kind of bending people's realities to match your version of it. However, I mean, why not work on those factors that are going to help you also believe yourself too? Why not make it easy for people to believe that you're a sexy motherfucker? Why not do everything you can to benefit yourself? But with that being said, focus on that which you can control. Focus on those things that you can work on. Quit beating yourself into the fucking earth and being so mean to yourself. I hate this whole thing about men being. I know my followers, you guys that watch my videos, I know you guys are honestly kind of fed up with this too. Men pushing so much emphasis on looks and looks being the end all be all. We all know that's bullshit. We know that's not the end. That's not exactly what's going on. What women like is value. They like value, and not value of things, not values of Lamborghinis, not value of money, not value of like it's value that our archaic brains can click into. It's like value of leadership, of pre-selection, of confidence, of strength of frame, of masculine energy, of being loose and free and being humorous and being able to joke and tease and being socially just uninhibited. That's what women want. That's what makes you sexy. And now there's a big disconnect in society about this. And I would really like to help out with this. There's a constant weight that I think us as men feel from society because we are in a tribe. We're in a tribe of 8 billion people. And this 8 billion man tribe has a lot of weight to it. It's constantly just pounding down on us. And it's hard, like when you see the Matthew McConaughey's, when you see the Brad Pitts, you look at these guys and you're like, that's not me. I can't get those results. And that's not true. What you have to do, what you learn how to be, is the exception to the rule type guy. The exception to the rule type guy. Now, this is very rare. For most people that have nothing to fucking offer, yes, looks for those people will matter because they have nothing else to offer. If you're not the exception to the rule type guy, the only thing you have to offer is fucking looks, is your job, is your money. Of course, for you, that's all that fucking matters. Because you don't see yourself as one of those leadership guys. You're not Brad Pitt. You're not these like guys who are like fucking like, you're not Drake having panties thrown on you. So guess what? You can't be that guy in your head. And so the only thing you have to offer is looks, is like your job, is your money. You don't know how to fucking act like a man, how to act masculine, how to be funny and free, how to lead by example, how to believe in yourself first, how to assume the positive when you talk to a girl. Like if you don't think you're fucking sexy, she's not gonna think you're fucking sexy. You're not gonna like sit down and wait like on your heels for her to give you a compliment before you can feel confident enough to be the man. It's not gonna fucking happen. You're the man. You're the guy that's supposed to, you're the leader. You're in charge. If you tell the girls that you're not worthy of talking to, guess what? They're going to fucking believe you. They're going to fucking believe you. Surprise, surprise. Women are made to follow men. And if you tell her you're not valuable, guess what she's going to do? She'll be like, oh, he's not valuable. Cool. Thank you for telling me. Now go talk to somebody else. And you tell people subconsciously through your belief systems, you tell people subconsciously that you're not valuable. And that's the problem. A lot of you men are putting too much pressure on yourselves to be something. And I think it's sad. It's sad that you guys, like, a lot of you guys are very valuable too. I work with you guys on boot camps all the fucking time. And I'm constantly surprised by how you guys are so mean to yourselves. I've worked with so many guys in boot camps. A lot of you guys are millionaires, fucking killing it. Some of you guys are on your purpose and on your path. Some of you guys are honestly solely just going out there and approaching girls to willing to get yourself rejected time and time again to push past that shit. How many guys in your place in your role would be willing to push themselves so fucking far? No one. To be fair, there's probably like a handful of people in your fucking city. Like if at that, the fact that you are one of those guys and probably hundreds of thousands of men that's willing to push himself into that nature, into that energy, should be enough for you to start believing in your fucking self. So what you have to do is you have to understand this. You want to create a reality distortion field around yourself. You want to create a reality distortion field. Actually, here, let me maybe I'll go back a little bit in the notes. Let's see how yeah, actually, we're gonna get into that. Okay, so reality distortion field. So you have to understand this. Humans are moldable. We're not like everybody has this fucking ego about how they can't be moved and molded. Guess what? Guess you have. You've already been molded. You know why? Because you already, if you're one of those guys that feels like demasculated by current society, if you're one of those guys that feels like you're feeling soft, feeling feminine, if you're somebody that is unwilling to act in a masculine way with women, if you're not willing to punch through the wall versus at the wall, if you're playing to not lose versus playing to win, you are already being molded by society. If you have to watch this video to be told that you are enough, you've been molded by society to believe you're not enough. Because as a man, you've been told that you have to be humble, that you can't be confident. You can't be confident? Why? Why can't you be fucking confident? Who's gonna you're gonna have some girl in the fucking club says like, oh, you're too cocky? Cool, awesome. Fuck yeah. That's awesome. Cool. I'm glad that you think that. Because I actually am this guy. I'm cocky because I actually am that man. I actually am that badass. I'm a bad motherfucker. You will never meet somebody just like me. And you need to have that fucking belief. You are that guy. You're something that is intangible. You're a messiah among men. The fact that you're willing to do game nowadays in this current era, when you have the entire and all of society weighing down on you, telling you that you shouldn't want results with women, that you shouldn't want women, isn't that fucking unreal? You're a fucking man. Of course you want women. They're trying to cut you off of the balls. Are you gonna let them do that? No, you shouldn't. It's like you should do what's best for you, and at the same time too, be empathetic. If you're going out and being empathetic and at the same time approaching women, you cannot do wrong. You're like, you care for the women, yet you want what's best for you. Like there's nothing wrong about being a man. And it blows my fucking mind that people are getting fucking just drowned the fuck out. And I think it's going to cause a big societal upheaval in the next like 10 to 20 years. It's going to throw like a big wrench in the fucking like society, like in the societal mix and the engine of this whole thing. Men are not going to stand for this shit too much longer. To be fair, it's good for us because there's no competition. If you are a guy that games, I'll say this, there's no fucking competition. If you're somebody that's working on with the factors they'll get into here in a second, they'll help you out with these results. You will not have competition because men think again that looks are the only thing that matters. So they put so much energy into that shit. And even then, they're not putting enough energy. Because I would say this, I know a lot of gay guys, and they put so much energy into their looks, where straight guys don't. If you think that looks the only thing that matters, you could put so much more energy into that shit. Honestly, study gay guys because gay guys are the kings of looking good because they're working with men. They're trying to get better for men. And it's like, again, it's coming back full circle. If you think that your dick is the problem, guess what? Lesbians are also picking up girls without dicks. If you think it's like your looks, you can like copy gay guys, and gay guys are the kings. Again, like go to a gay club sometime. Look at how pretty all the gay guys are. They are the guys that are optimizing their looks. Guess why? Because men care about looks, not women. If you go to a lesbian bar, you're going to notice very quickly the lesbians are disgusting. No offense to any, like, there's never going to be a lesbian ever watch this. But I'll say this, lesbians are disgusting because women don't give a fuck about looks. Not nearly as much as guys do. It's a fucking value battle. So here. There's this thing where, all right, so if you think about Steve Jobs was able to mold the people around him. He was able to mold the people around him with his beliefs alone, correct? When you believe something so strongly, people mold and bend. So I'm gonna teach you about frame battles really briefly. So people are moldable. You are too. You're open to propaganda. We are all susceptible to propaganda, which is why you want to be putting good shit into your brain. You want to be thinking about that all the time. However, you can also believe something so strongly that other people start believing it. Me believing this shit has actually helped you out as a viewer. If you've been somebody who's been going out because you've been watching this channel, who's been starting to change your beliefs, I've molded you in a way that actually benefits your life. Watch shit that makes you benefits your life. But at the same time, too, you can actually bend and move people by believing something so strongly that it benefits you. So here, check this out. Emotions are contagious. Yes or no? Yes. Mirror neurons. You can look this up. Mirror neurons. Emotions are contagious. I feel something, you feel it. I'm angry, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm this, I'm that, I'm blah, 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 blah. You feel what you want a girl to feel. All right. So when you approach a girl, if you're relaxed, confident, if you're humorous, you're laughing, you're positive, you're upbeat, the girl's going to love being around you. Boom. Number one. These are signs of a high status guy, because if you were somebody that was low status, you'd be feeling negative, depressed, which some of you guys are feeling. If you want to be a high status, like exceptions to the emotions, meditation helps, watching comedy skits, getting yourself used to laughing. If you're not laughing, like if you ever watch any videos with me and Avery, A.G. Hayden, we're always laughing during the videos. That's with me, with all of my friends. If you guys ever see me out, guess what? I am always laughing. Number two, frames. Logical frames are also contagious. Belief systems are contagious. It's why you feel like you have to go out with your friends, because you don't go out with your friends, you can't do this, because you feel like the weighing weight of the entire of like the social dynamics weighing down on you, like saying you can't go say hi to girls. But if you go out with your friends, you have a combined strength of frame, so that makes it more okay for you to go talk to girls. Now, let's say this. Let's say that you believe in yourself so strongly. You believe that you were so valuable, that you were sexy as fuck. Girls will also believe that you're fucking sexy. If you believe that you're higher value than the girl you're talking to, she's going to believe you're sexy. So what you need to do is you need to start training yourself to believe in you. If you want her to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself first. So no one has an ego about you. You honestly, the hardest thing to change about a logical frame is when somebody has an ego attached. So if I try to change somebody from Christianity to Muslim, it's not going to happen. If I try to change a liberal to a Republican, not going to happen. If I try to change somebody from something where their stance is based on their confidence or their sense of identity, it won't happen. With that being said, nobody has an identity or an ego about you. They don't give a fuck. They don't know you yet. So guess what? You can mold their frame about you, though, by believing yourself, by a girl pushing on you, by her shit testing you, by you passing the shit test, which is what a shit test is. It's a frame battle. You can overpower it by just believing in yourself and not giving a fuck, by believing in your value against her. You are daddy. You're daddy, and she's a little girl. Not to be weird, it's more of like an analogy. It's like a mindset. You're the high value individual, and in the conversation, you're sexy as fuck, and she'd be lucky to date you. Now she's gonna start believing it. Girls don't date guys at or below them in value. They date guys that are above them in value. So you got to be a higher value than the girl. All right. That's just how it is. Now, society also has a constant pressure on you. So it's constantly weighing on you. A lot of you guys, when you watch my channel, if you guys don't watch this shit for a while, guess what happens? Society start weighing on you little by little. If you don't go out and approach girls and you don't see this back to back, where like one day you're in the zone, in the pocket, and girls love you, but then another day, you go out in your head and the girls hate you. You don't see this in action. So guess what? Even though you've seen this time and time again of going out, as you don't go out, society starts weighing on you and start putting pressure on you. And eventually you get grounded to the fucking earth and you start being like, looks are the only thing that matters. And then you start being a bitch again. And of course, girls are not going to like you because you don't believe in yourself. You tell the girls who you are. I hate this stuff that says that everything is black and white and this or that. And it's just not true. There's always an avenue out. There's always an angle. You want to believe that which makes you more strong, and believing that you're sexy makes you stronger. Believing that you're handsome, that you're beautiful, that you're this, that you're that you're the king, that you're the boss makes you stronger. So you should believe it. Now here's an angle that you guys can take. If you guys also, all right, this is about multiple streams of income in terms of picking up girls. You need to be hitting these 4 points. And if you're not, you're fucking up. Dating apps. I'm sorry for those of you guys who, like, every time I get on a phone call, there's nobody I've ever been on a phone call with, maybe a handful of guys that says that they've been taking dating apps seriously. I'm sorry. I made so many videos about this. You guys don't have any excuses. If you guys are complaining about women, you guys need to start taking this seriously and start working at it. I've made too many videos about this for you guys to like be not taking this seriously. I'm sorry. I'm going to be harsh with you guys here. It's a stream of income. It's passive, and you guys can't handle bullshit of getting rejected enough to where like you guys like give up on this. You're like, and you get this, and then you get that girl. Dude, you guys haven't even tried. I see your guys' dating apps. You guys come to me and say dating apps don't work, and I look at your dating apps and like, they're bullshit. I'm sorry, dude. I love you guys. You guys are my, like, honestly, you guys are family. And so I'm going to give you guys a little tough love. If you guys aren't doing good on dating apps, because your dating apps suck. Like, honestly, you could do so much more. And if you guys can't figure out the angles with dating apps, you guys need to hit me up and talk to me, okay? We'll work it out. I'll help you out with this. Yes, it is difficult. Yes, it is a grind. Yes, it does take time. But it doesn't make sense for you not to work at it. It doesn't make sense for you to just absolutely give up on it. If you're not doing good at it yet, you will, as long as you're putting critical thinking into it. Now, you also obviously, the second point, you need to also be working on your social skills, your charisma, and your confidence, and your cold approach. Now, this is a very huge key factor in getting good with women. If you're not confident, if you don't have charisma, if you don't have social skills, you don't cold approach, what the fuck are you doing? Like, those points are huge. On top of it too, you need to be thinking critically. I've seen too many people cold approach and don't think critically, don't write field reports, never think through their answers. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. Now, next, you guys need to start merging your cold approach with social circle. When you're approaching people, add them to your Instagram. Add them to your Instagram. If you haven't been working on Instagram, start working on your Instagram. Start adding those people to your Instagram. It's a good long-term strategy. We're not playing this game for like short-term success. We're playing for the long term. All right. You're not good yet. That's fine. You don't have social circle, like you don't have Instagram yet. That's fine. There's always an answer. There's like, I know people that buy followers. I know people on dating apps where I have people who buy guys in the Philippines, who will pay people in the Philippines to swipe for them. If you can't handle the rejection of dating apps, hire somebody in the Philippines. Seriously. Social circle is just such a, where are you going to get your social circle from if you don't get it from cold approach? Like what? You're going to go like suck the dick of some millionaire? You're going to like, you're going to weasel your way into somebody else's social circle when you have no charisma or no confidence, when you have nothing to offer, when you like have a crap job? No, of course not. You're like, you develop social skills, charisma, and people want to be around you because they're just fun to be with. And they start inviting you out. The amount of parties I've been to this month is unreal. On top of this too, you need status, you need a lifestyle, and you need a purpose. If you don't have a purpose, I don't think I've talked to one person in like a year who's had a purpose on the phone calls when I get on coaching calls with you guys. Why don't you guys have purpose? Like, why not? We're all going to die one day. If you don't know this yet, look, and if nobody's told you this yet, you are going to die. You are going to die. You're going to be dead. You're gone forever. This is not something you're going to like fucking be here forever. And if you think you're going to be here forever, you're going to also age. You're going to get older. It's not cool to go pick up girls when you're 70 years old. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe in your 50s, that's fine. But when you start hitting 60, 70, 80, it gets a little bit weird. All right. You need to start finding a purpose. Okay. You need to start hustling. You need to start working this shit out. All right. If you don't have a purpose, if you don't have something you're chasing, you don't have religion. You're religionless. You don't have something bigger than the girl. So then guess what? You make the girl your purpose, and that's disgusting. If you don't have a lifestyle, if you're not building a life around you that is like this feeds you, if you're not building status, if you're not getting good at something, if you have no talents, how are you going to get good with girls? How are girls going to like you if you're talentless? You remember the kid who played guitar in school, or that guy who played football or sing, or who could play piano? Or girls are attracted to talents and skills. So you want to start accruing talents and skills. I have it written right here on my desk: boxing, singing, dancing, practicing my social skills, practicing gratitude. And I have on my wall over here, let's see, where is it at? I have a bunch of notes on my wall that tell me what I'm supposed to be doing every day. Where did I put that thing at? Girls like proof of skills. I'll just put it that way. I got a bunch of notes on my wall, so I'll figure it out in a second. Girls are attracted to skills. You should be accruing skills. If you have something that you're insecure about, fix it. I sing every day. I'm practicing dancing really hardcore this month. Again, I shadow box every day. If you guys aren't working towards these skill sets, girls are attracted to skill sets. They're attracted to being talented. Work on things outside a game that are going to make you more confident. This is proof that you are the man, because it's hard to prove to your subconscious. There's multiple parts of yourself, but there's a part of yourself that is constantly trying to calibrate your value to the world, and it does compare you to other men, which is why you want to practice self-gratitude, um, telling yourself why you're so amazing. But at the same time, too, you want to start accruing skill sets that say that I am this. For me, I'm an amazing coach. Amazing coach, and I'm amazing with women. So guess what? It's easy for me to be confident because I know I am something. I know that I have talents and skills. I know that I'm unreal when it comes to coaching and getting results with men. I know that I'm really unreal when it comes to talking to women. So when it comes down to it, I don't have a hard time being confident because I know what the fuck I am. If you don't have those, like, if you don't have anything to like base that confidence on, guess what? It's like we're punching air. You have to have something to base your confidence on as well. I mean, you can brainwash yourself as much as you want, yes, but it helps out so incredibly if you are actually talented. So work really hard at something outside a game. Find something that you love doing. Find something that you can become talented in. And once you have that talent, that's something that makes you special. It's easy to believe in yourself. A part of becoming the exception to the rule type guy, which is the guy that's allowed to be whatever the fuck he wants. He's allowed to be ugly, fat. He's allowed to be short. He's allowed to be a different race. He's allowed to be a certain age. He's allowed to be do whatever the fuck he wants, not to follow social norms. He can say dumb shit. He can say very offensive words in front of women and still get away with it. He's allowed to be the guy that can be that offensive individual because he is the exception to the rule type guy. He's the man. He's the shit. He's a guy that turns his two-piece sideways when he wants to snap off on a motherfucker. He's a god among men. And he's the guy that's allowed to do that shit, not you. And if you want to feel like you are that man, you have to be giving yourself the proof first. You have to give yourself the confidence. You have to give yourself the ability and the nobody's going to believe in you until you do, ultimately. I know it's really hard when you do not have the proof yet. You will eventually. If you don't believe in yourself yet, you were Bitcoin before Bitcoin blew up. How dumb would somebody be? All right, so if you were to travel to the past, to 2015, and somebody said, do you want to invest in Bitcoin? How dumb would you be not to invest in Bitcoin? You are Bitcoin. You're Bitcoin before Bitcoin started blowing up. We know that you're working on yourself. You know, you're watching channels like this that nobody fucking watches. I have a really cool audience, a very dedicated audience of guys that are hustlers and killers. I see you guys. I meet up with you guys on calls. A lot of you guys are very well off, are very intelligent, have had a history of killing it, which is why you guys watch channels like mine, because you know that you can improve because you've done it before. Well, why is that not proof enough? Why is this not proof enough that you are going to be that guy? If you're not him yet, you know that you will be because you have the proof. Proof is in the pudding. You have proof that you can win again and again. And if that's the case, why can you be confident? Because you know that's going to happen. If you're not there yet, you will be. So let the girls know that. All right, let's see what kind of like comments you guys have. How do you handle the times when you get mellowed out from game? I'm at a point after a lot of lays and rotations, interactions, I just feel so drained to even when I pace them sometimes. You need to raise your standards with women if that's the case. If you're feeling a lack of patience, stop dating so many women and raise your standards. Also find love in the little things. Like I love painting social interactions. I love painting social interactions, and I like it's almost like it's an art form for me. What religion is Charisma King and Avery? I don't know. Hustle. Man, I don't know actually. Dating apps over Instagram? No, both. They're like stop trying to choose one or the other. If you're trying like there's no reason to choose one or the other. Does that make sense? Like they're both the same thing. They both complement each other. You want to get women? Do both. Shadowbox and dance? No, don't. You're not shadowboxing and dancing to impress girls. You're doing it to impress you. All right, like it's purpose. You're molding yourself into a certain person. Okay, that's what you're doing. You're proving something to yourself. Does King give all that super quick thinking from Adderall? No. Just been doing this shit too long, bro. I've given this speech so many times on calls. This is not my first time talking about this. I think I've probably had this conversation with hundreds of guys by this point on the phone calls or in boot camps. So this is something I've talked about a lot. And also too, to be fair, it's just a rich conversation for me. It's like the same fucking like lashing that I've had with like client after client. So it's just normal. All right, guys. Here, I gotta get started getting ready for the boot camp tonight. So I'll talk to you guys later. I'll probably do another live in a couple of days. I'm gonna shoot another video up for tomorrow, probably after my boot camp. So I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.